Alright, so the head's pretty much done. I'm just going to do a flow test. Here we go. Oh, yeah, not bad, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, that one's alright too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. How about the intake? Let's have a look at the intake. I can spray myself. Oh. No, that's shit. Alright gang, so the head came back last week. I spent a few more hours porting it. I'll put some photos up. I've just lapped the valves in. I'll just show you one that I did. Yeah, so just putting the valve back in with some assembly lube, and then I'll paint it. I know I should probably paint it first, but I've done it a bit too keen getting these in. I want to re-CC the ports and see what the difference is after porting the exhaust. There's not much happened with the intakes. I just cleaned them up a little bit. So we'll just whack these suckers in. Last one. The exhaust actually got lapped at the machine shop because they reseated the exhaust valve. But I just thought I'd go over it after I ported it because I know I didn't touch it, but it was just in case. The intakes needed it, but I just done a lot. So we'll just get the springs on. I find I like to use a jar top. It sort of sits in there, doesn't push the valves down. That's it. Alright, so valves are in. Locks, there are some new retainers on the intakes. There's a bit of a mismatch there. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to re-CC the ports. I did this before I ported, so we're just going to recheck it. Alright. So this is the intake. Alright, that took 100. We'll go to 30. So we've got about 100 and, what's that, 108. That's for the intake. Let's get all the air bubbles out. We want to try and keep it with no fluid in the tube, because zero's here. Yeah, so if you have this filled up, it's going to give you less CCs, I think. All right. Yeah. $82. So we shaved this another 30 thou. The thumbprint's gone, and we CC'd this at 68 cc. It did drop this valve down a little, so might have lost a couple from previous. So that's done. I'll have to get this back on. So you can see those exhausts look better. There we go. Shit. Alright, so she's done. What I'm going to do now is I got a 245 head at the back, original one. Well, original, I mean, no porting, nothing done on it. Damn it. I'm going to CC the chamber, and I'm going to CC the runners. All right, we'll just get some figures off that. So just once again, this is not a stock 265 head, all right? It's been ported. So I'm actually curious to see what a stock 265 head compares to these runners. So if anyone's got some, put a comment down below. also the extractors have come back. I haven't even unwrapped them. Oh, yeah, there you go. I'll probably get this all put together back on the weekend to finish. Sweet. They're not rusty shitties anymore. There we go. Yeah, so torque time, just make sure you lube up all the bolts and the maintenance surfaces. And I just went on the torque wrench 40, 60, 80, 3 steps. Push rods went in, lubed up. Rockers, I had one issue with number 4. I had to cycle the engine for them to seat properly. But I just went quarter turns on the hydraulic cam. All right, so like I said before, with your syringe, okay, try and take the fluid out of there, all right, with zeros here. All right, there's a smidge at the top there. Oh no. Yeah. All right, what do we got? We've got 82. Ooh, 82. All right, 82. And the thumbprint, there is 53 thou still on there. All right, just measured that. So, what does that all mean? No idea. 82 cc's, 53 thou left. All right, that's out. I'm going to CC. Oh, yeah, bits, a few spiders in there. All right, let's do. All right, this is intake. Wow, that's got to be 100 on the dot. That's 100 on the dot. Exhaust. Exhaust is 75, 76. It's on the limit, 75, 76. Standard 245. All right, so that's the recap. of the stock 245. So 82 cc, 53 thou thumbprint, and the intake runner is 100 and exhaust runner is 75.5. Now back here, 245 head with 265 valves. I've measured the valve throat, all right, and a 265 is exactly the same. So we've machined it right. Down here, head CC 68. These are the valve CC. So I CC'd these, okay. I came up with 6 and 2. Intake runner 106, exhaust runner 82. Now this head is a ported head, all right. And if you can see, it's been shaved to the max, 74. The valves are the same because they're the same valve, and the runners are 112 and 88. So, you know, there are more CCs in it, in the runners. Flow wise, well, there are flow specs on the net. A couple of boys on Facebook have them as well. So anyway, that's what I got. All right, well, I've acquired another head, a 265 stock head from Mr. Hemi in Wollongong. Down there the other week. This one looks like a late model with a different shape. Thumbprint there. I've never seen one of them before. Valves are a little sunk. This one's a bit old. Right, I'm gonna CC the ports on this just as a reference. Nice and flush. We'll do this one first. Oh wow. I'm gonna say that's it there. Wow. Intake is, what's that? 92.4. 94. 94. For the intake. Holy shit. 94. Jesus. Alright. Fuck is it all? $94 for the intake. 245 was 100. Stand. Alright, so exhaust now. And this one is 74. Oh, okay. So if you look at this, that's a 245 head. And that's just right there. Exhaust. Runner 74. Wow, 245. 245 is better than the 265. So that 265 standard head's late model. That's my 245 with the 265 valves, and that's the ported 265 there. Alright, so number 4 valves were leaking. Nearly took 100 mil. So I'm just going to do another one. Try and do it a bit quicker. Do that. It did, same. 94 CCs. Wow. Right, yeah, so that's a late model. I don't know how late. CM maybe? CL? If anyone knows, let us know. Oh, it's starting to get an air bubble there now, so. But yeah, look. 94 CCs. Excuse me. Alright, I might measure this thumbprint, eh? So, they're pretty much the 2 biggest feeler gauge leaves. And it's a 35 and a 32. So 67th hour is left on there. Alright, I'll write them down. Alright, so there we are. Stock 265, stock 245. The runners, very interesting there. Runners. Now the valves are a little sunk, but very little. Very little. And if you look back, that's my 245 with the 265 valves ported head, and that's a 265 standard 265 valves, and that's ported as well. All right, pause it, have a look.